So let's do something cool with the Nike logo here. So I'd like to show you how to make the text into a gradient. Kind of makes it look 3D. And I showed you on the ABC logo how to do that little um, gleamy thing. And we just use a simple gradient. So like if you go to the gradient tool, you can see that it's just a simple dark to light to dark gradient. And we're going to use that same gradient on the text. So let's just go ahead and take a copy of all this up here. And what you got to do with the text here, go to the text, go to the appearance palette, you go to the character, and you have to throw away its fill. Go back to the character. Let's get rid of the stroke. We don't need the stroke. We don't need that fill. Go back to the character, and we're going to add new fill, which is not letting us. So let's try that again here. So character, add new fill, and we are going to use this gradient that we made, and we just click it like that. Now the one thing you'll have to do is you'll have to make your gradient and drag it to the swatches. So you make your gradient using your gradient tool here. So you make your gradient dark, light to dark, and then I took this one little slider, moved it away from there, and then you take this gradient and you make sure to add that to your swatches, and then it populates in there so that when you do go to your appearance palette and you add your new fill, you can choose on here that gradient. And you can edit this gradient by going to this gradient tool here, and I like to slide this slider away from that light area, and then the bottom one I'd like to move that a little bit closer so you get kind of a harder line. Makes it look more like the sun is gleaming or reflecting on it, something like that. There we go. And then you want to take this thing, I'm going to make a copy of it, and we're just going to add that same gradient to it, and we'll put it just above that other one, so that other one kind of gives a hard drop shadow. Move the little R up into that negative space, and let's put the little gleam down here. So pen tool, click here, click here, got a nice little curve. We want to make it stroke, not a fill. Go to the stroke, go to the uniform one, and let's make it pointy on one end, pointy on both ends, and kind of fat in the middle. Something like that. Black's not going to work. I want it to be a white stroke here. Oops, and it changed that off here. Try that again. Let's do Gaussian blur on it. Preview it so we can see what it's doing. 5.2 looks pretty nice. Screen. Try 50%. And that's not bad. That should probably be a little bit bigger. And maybe we'll try 70%. I'm going to zoom in down here. See if I can make that little bit bigger. There we go, something like that. That's not bad. And we may want to bring the Nike on top. There we go. There's Nike in 3D.